When will Adobe Stock reviews speed back up and get back to normal? How can you get fast responses from the Adobe team on your questions? Can you submit Adobe Firefly AI content to Adobe Stock? These are some of the questions I'm going to answer today in something that's new for the channel. Here's our first Microstock Live Q&A session. Those of you who ask me questions know that I answer each and every question you post in the comments, typically within 24 hours and usually a lot faster. I keep seeing a number of the same questions popping up over and over, so I thought it would be good to pull some of those out and answer them for everybody in one quick video. I'd love to know if you like this kind of Q&A format, so be sure to leave me a comment and also include questions you'd like to see me address in the next one of these. So, first question. When will Adobe Stock reviews get back to the normal response times? That is the million-dollar question of the moment. I can share from my experience that the wait time on non-AI content seems to be improving, while reviews on AI content is still taking in the range of 1 to 2 months. I like to keep checking in with other contributors in the microstockgroup.com forums to see what others are experiencing. If you haven't been to that site before, you should really check it out to make sure you're seeing the latest information from others like us. From what people are saying on that forum, the long waits for AI reviews continue, and we haven't heard from anybody from Adobe to suggest that things are getting better anytime soon, so we'll have to wait and see. Next up, how can you get fast answers from the Adobe team to your questions? Maybe your account is banned, or you have some AI or other questions about submissions. One person asking this said he did the right thing and he posted his questions right to the contributor support email address, which is the recommended path to get answers straight from Adobe. But another path that has worked for some people is to go to the microstockgroup.com forum I mentioned a moment ago and ask questions in a post and title it to catch the attention of Matt Hayward from Adobe. He frequents the forum and often pops in to answer questions. There's no guarantee that he'll see your questions and respond there, but it's worth a try. Matt is a great guy. Next, can you submit Adobe Firefly AI content to Adobe Stock? Adobe tells us on their website that Firefly-generated assets from the commercially released version can be submitted to Adobe Stock as long as they meet Adobe's generative AI submission guidelines and don't contain a watermark. As always, you need to study those guidelines to make sure you don't slip on any of the rules because the consequences can be harsh, including a lockdown on your account. Here's another question. What's the size of your portfolio? I currently have about 22,000 images and around 7,000 videos. Next up, are you submitting a lot of AI images? I have done limited testing with AI so far, but with the wait times being long and there being cases of people being banned for unknowingly making mistakes in their images, I'm waiting a bit before I start generating a lot more AI content, though I hope to do so soon. My experience so far with creating and submitting the content has been positive. I'm encouraged by the sales so far, and I hope to have some good updates on this soon. And another question. How can you avoid a ban at Adobe Stock? That's a really important question right now. Like I mentioned, there's a lot of people running afoul of Adobe's AI rules and finding themselves banned. Sometimes the account gets reviewed and their accounts get reinstated, and sometimes not. I covered several of the top things you should not do if you want to avoid getting banned at Adobe. In one of my recent newsletter articles, I'll include the link in the description below. The article also covers what to do if you do get banned, so check that out. Next question, can you have multiple accounts at Adobe Stock? This is another question that I've answered in my newsletter and other videos. The answer is yes, but with some caveats. Adobe has said you can have more than one account to track different asset types in different accounts, or if your account is in the neighborhood of 1 million images. Now, how can someone get to anywhere close to 1 million images is beyond me, but you cannot have multiple accounts to spam the system with identical or nearly identical content or to get around the upload limits. So there you have it, our first Q&A session. Please send me questions to answer in the next one, and I'll promise to either answer it in a video or reply right back in the comments. Until next time, subscribe to the channel and also sign up for my newsletter that covers some of the latest news and offers advice on growing your sales. And I'll see you soon.